All right, we are live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the special pop-up edition of the Huggy Bear and the Doctor's restaurant and cocktail what business endeavor. This is Dr. Norbert. I'm here in London, and with me, as always, is my great friend from Sweden, the Huggy Bear. Hello, Huggy.
How are you doing, Norbert?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Looking forward to this interesting match. We've got a lot to talk about because this is week 4 of the TTS League, Season 7, which means that there are some people already cut out cut from the elimination rounds already. And also, we've had the opportunity to make some roster changes. So all of the players are allowed to make one roster change in the mid-season. So going into week 4, we could potentially see some new rosters. Did you end up making any changes to yours?
I actually did. I changed out one crisis and one tactics card.
Aha, okay. And did you use some of the stats that we saw from Jacob protocols, Xavier protocols, to help make you those decisions?
Not really. I was mainly focusing on the fact that one of my cards I never really found any use for, and I switched it. It was Blind Obsession that I switched out
Ah,
for playing Poldak.
By,
Um,
Blind Obsession lost a lot. If you take a look at his chart of all the different changes that happened between top of the season and mid-season.
yeah, I mean, it's a more flexible card than plain for sure, but it also has repercussions, unlike plain. So basically that. We'll see what happens, but that was a decision I made. Um,
All right, and you're still undefeated though, 3-0 so far.
yeah, who knew?
Who knew?
We'll see.
Convocation.
We'll see how far it goes. But I got my game tomorrow night, so looking forward to that.
All right.
And it'll be a most certainly be a real tough one.
Yeah. I can imagine. They're only going to get tougher they were tough from week 1, and so they only get
Oh yeah,
progressively tougher.
the skill level, the average skill level of the TTS league has just been skyrocketing.
Hmm.
I'd say over the last 2 seasons.
Hmm.
Um, so many good players out there, and I mean there are, as you say, no easy games
Hmm. Hmm.
at all.
Have you played from people from lots of different countries so far?
As a matter of fact, I've played. Yes. I played a guy from Germany, a guy from Spain, and a guy from Ireland.
Oh,
I
amazing.
think. No. It was Scotland. Scotland.
Scotland. Okay. Great. That's wonderful. We had a whole bunch of Italians that have influxed into the league. We've also had lots of Spanish people. And tonight we actually are really blessed because we have somebody from Croatia playing. What do you
Yeah,
say? The guys are going to be a few minutes late, so I thought maybe we could take a look at their rosters in the meantime. What do you say?
that sounds like a great idea.
All right, so let me put it up on the screen for everybody. Ooh, not that one. We want that one. Where we are. Here we are. Boom. All right, there they are on the screen. So we're starting with Krokasta, who is the fellow from Croatia.
Yep.
And he's playing Midnight
Rocking the
Suns, which is something that Xavier Protocols noted. None of the 3 and O's have gone through the piloting Midnight Suns.
Yeah. I mean they have some great characters for sure, but they are perhaps slightly limited by the fact that they have to run Blade to get the leadership, and he is um, a beat stick, a good one, but nothing else.
Hmm.
He kills people, and that means that um, you can either go attrition and rely on not rolling bad dice, or you can try to play some sort of limping control build. So that makes you sometimes, at least, slightly predictable. If your opponent is running a very flexible roster, that might be part of the explanation why we see so few Midnight Suns undefeated so far, but then again, it's a game of dice, and anything can happen.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I would have thought that the interesting affiliation leadership would balance out his, kind of one-dimensional nature.
Oh, the leadership is fantastic, and it over the course of a game, it creates a bunch of extra attacks that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
Yeah. But it's interesting you also say it was one-dimensional. I mean, I think a lot of leaders fall into that problem. I can think of Black Bolt as being one, Thor being another.
Ironically, might say that Midnight Suns are perhaps not one of the top performers, in spite of having the two most sort of boogeyman characters affiliated, namely Voodoo and Black Cat.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't realize that she was part of Midnight Suns until I listened to her at a podcast. All right, listen, the gents are ready to play, so I'm going to turn off the rosters and pop on the TTS game and get right into this match. So tell us then a little bit about Jacob's uh, uh, roster.
All right. Um, Jacob is running a crossover between Criminal Syndicate and Midnight Suns.
No. Black Order, Criminal Syndicate, and Black
Black
Order.
Order, sorry, Black Order, Black Order. That's what I meant to say. Not too dissimilar from Rookie Boy that we saw the other week.
Mm.
It's a very powerful combination, obviously. He could either go Midnight Suns and have a really tough control game, or he could just switch to Midnight Suns. I did it again. Black Order and be really really strong in the attrition side of things. So my guess is that if Pro Costa gets to pick points, he is going to want to force some sort of crisis points level where Jacob, where Black Order is less favored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Namely a low, like 15, which he can do from Wakanda herbs. But Jacob has Wakanda herbs. Crow Costa has also got Wakanda herbs, but otherwise only pretty high points levels where Black Order can do a good game. So, yeah, it will be interesting to see. The crises will decide a lot of what we will see being played here, I think.
All right, we just saw the roll-off, and it turns out Crocosta won by virtue of rolling a crit. So we shall see now how they decide as far as crises. Ooh, looks like he picked extracts. No, I beg your pardon. He picked secures, and ended up choosing or randomly getting demons downtown at 19 threats, and Jacob throw down deadly legacy virus. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So that settles the fact that we're going to see 19 points being played.
Yeah.
And I also think that that is going to lock in a Black Order pick from Jacob, because Demons Downtown is not the fastest scoring crises, which of the type that criminals want to see. I guess you could make a case for Legacy Virus, since they have the leadership ability to throw extracts around, and giving him a good chance to score those 8 points from having all 3 legacy viruses. But then again, Midnight Suns is one of the affiliations that are quite decent at grinding the criminals down, whereas I think they struggle a bit against Black Order, at least struggle more against Black Order, and I would assume that Jacob, that's how Jacob is thinking.
Yeah, so he. That's interesting. The darn overlay hasn't showing us the crises. He
I
picked.
would, however, really, really hope for a chance to see how Ghost Rider fares against Black Order. That would be my wish upon a star matchup here: Ghost Rider versus Black Order.
Why? Go ahead. Tell us why.
Because of the deal with the double card, which Crow Costa is running, and how that I would be interested in seeing how that affects the dynamic of the game, because that means that once Ghost Rider is on his injured side, um, the Black Order player basically can't KO him without him coming back and replacing another character and also being able to activate. So it's going to create a really interesting dynamic, a really weird dynamic where the Black Order player can't really play his turns the way he wants to do them, possibly. Or maybe I'm just wrong, and Ghost Rider is really easy to control by force of his really large base, and it's really easy to get him far, far away from the action. So, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll hopefully soon find out what rosters they ended up picking. But this is a scenario, I agree. I don't think I would take Criminal Syndicate on this one either, because there's not a lot of safe spots to kind of sit on, in terms of secures. You could pass around the deadly viruses, though, but that's a risky maneuver.
Indeed it is. Especially against a team of grinders like Midnight Suns. So my guess is definitely that Jacobs goes for Black Order here, but we might be surprised.
All right. While we have,
you also shouldn't underestimate the scoring velocity of demons either. As long as you can get 2 of the portals, then you're basically on track. If you get 2 of the portals and 2 of the legacy viruses, then you're on track to win by the end of round 4, as long as you can maintain.
Yeah, it's a good point. You don't have to take the deadly viruses all the way to the conclusion of scoring 8 points and losing your person. You could just hang on to 2 of the pieces or 3 of the pieces even separately and score points that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what is it? It's 1 point per virus, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the thing that I forget all the time anyway is that it clears you a condition if you're holding it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that is that's great for removing those bleeds that Blade will be putting on him.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, let's say, I mean, Jacob can do a really nice criminals theme with a team with Kingpin, Hood, and Lizard, and Bullseye perhaps, and then a 4 and a 3 like Voodoo and Black Cat would be an awesome team actually. For 19 points here, 6 wide, lots of control there, lots of ways to steal legacy viruses off of the opponent. So yeah, not bad. But then again, the weakness of Midnight Suns into Black Order, I think, which I mostly base on the short range of Blade and the fact that his attacks are mystic, which is something that Thanos has really good defense against.
All right, let's see what Jacob finally went with. Let's see. We've got Hood, Corvus. Yep, you were right. Reality Gem, Corvus, Proxima, and not that one. Thanos. Where's his gems? Here we are. A power gem at least, but I'm not sure about the other yet.
This is very interesting because with Hood in there, that Thanos is going to be a pain to take down.
Then you got Medpack, Mothership, of course, Disarm, Sacrifice, the new hotness, Sacrifice. Everybody be careful about this card if you haven't figured it out yet. And Indomitable, of course, another one that's everybody's latched on to. All right, let's see what Midnight Suns brought along. They got Blade, they've got Voodoo, good choice. Doctor Strange Normal, Iron Fist, great choice. And Moon Knight, yeah, pretty classic lineup, which is a very good one though. Seizure Darkness, which is the Wakandan similar card where they can make extra attacks. Field Dressing, Blind Obsession, Heroes for Hire, of course, and Bats the Ghost Hound came along.
Yeah, very interesting team. He could have elected not to take Strange and have Black Cat and Bullseye instead. but now he's elected to do Strange. We'll see how that goes. Black Order usually likes to play against expensive characters because Corvus is basically just as good at killing a 5-point character as he is a 2-point character, which sort of tells you that don't feed him 5-point characters. But I mean, I can see a situation where he activates Strange last every round, and perhaps using him to control Corvus or Thanos off of places they want to be. Will be interesting. I would, and then Iron Fist has his great spender attack that can activate Thanos at a key turn, which can in itself decide an entire game. But
what do you make of Thanos taking the power gem instead of the space gem?
It's basically, I think the difference is smaller than people think, because the extra 2 power is basically another portal, which is essentially what you get from the space gem, except that the space gem only works on your own models.
Yep.
So I think it allows him more control early in the game. It gives him slightly more flexibility when it comes to getting the opponent's model off of points. So it opens up the possibility for a control game, a Black Order control game here, where he can like try to take at least one extract, try to drag the game out and sit on points and heal himself with Hood and Medpack, and then slowly consume Crow-Costa's team. But then Crow-Costa has several characters that can have excellent turns on their own. We've already mentioned Iron Fist with his spender. We see Moon Knight in there and Blind Obsession in the cards, which can give him 4 6-dice attacks in one activation, which is possibly quite enough to take Thanos down. And with Siege of Darkness on top of that, you're looking at 6 dice attacks. So yeah, and taking down Thanos is usually key to beating Black Order, depending on what your game plan is. But if you're going for attrition, I think that a good bet is to try and take down Thanos and remove that control aspect, because Thanos doesn't have Portal on his injured side.
Right, good point. All right, let's take a look. So the Midnight Suns player has put Voodoo right in the middle, Doctor Strange on the left flank, then followed by Blade and Iron Fist, and all the way up by itself is Moon Knight. So he's heavily weighting the left flank, whereas Jacob has done Thanos right in the middle, and that's probably where he's going to stay most of the game. Corvus on his right, Hood a little further, interestingly, and then Proxima on the left. Before we get into this game, though, we have to do beverages because I'm thirsty. I've got a special, since we're doing a pop-up here in a trendy part of London, I don't know, trendy part of Malmo, perhaps, this pop-up, I figured I had to go for a trendy beer, so I have this lager that's got like some sort of citrus added to it or taste, I don't know, something. But it's very trendy, and I'm told it'll make me feel very cool. So that's what I'm having.
I'm slightly offended by the fact that you thought I was in Malmo, Norbert.
Oh, you're in Stockholm. That's right. You're in Stockholm.
No. I'm in Lund, which
Lund,
is very close to Malmo, but there's also a slight rivalry between the two cities. Whereas Lund is the more academic, classy, traditional city, and Malmo is the more like hipster, bohemian styles type of city.
Well, for the pop-up tonight, we're going to say you're located in Malmo. Cheers, everybody. Hope you have a nice beverage.
Right. We got another version of the ever variable drink, gin and tonic, this time with a blueberry and elderberry touch.
You're gonna work your way through every fruit group by the end of the season.
Oh, not only fruits, Norbert.
All right, we've had Iron Fist move out already all the way onto the left flank. did he? He must have taken that virus. I don't see it lying there. Oh yeah, sure enough.
Iron Fist
Yeah.
moved up, picked up the virus, and obviously he teleported himself back with the bump in the night leadership.
Ah, that's why it
Um,
looks so far back. Yes.
that
Eh,
is, however, not going to be enough to get him out of harm's way if Thanos decides to go for him. So Jacob now has an excellent chance of um, activating Thanos, moving up, bringing Iron Fist in with a Mind Gem and Portal, and then getting to attack him with both Hood and Corvus. Not unlikely to daze him, and then being able to KO him immediately round 2 to remove the prospect of the Iron Fist hitting Thanos over the course of the game.
Yeah. Proxima has moved up on the left-hand side and taken that virus, and then Crocasta has moved Blade right up in the middle onto that gazebo and taken that third virus. So all the viruses are accounted for, but you're absolutely right. And the moment you leave, or even at the deployment zone, you're not safe from Thanos and Corvus.
As a matter of fact, you're not even safe in the deployment zone.
Yeah, that's what I
But
mean.
but as long as you stay quite far back, then it starts to become a situation where Thanos has to come up pretty far to start scalping your guys out, and then he's gonna put himself. You're gonna force him to put himself. Gonna make it harder for him to stand on extracts while simultaneously getting your guys out, and also you're gonna force him to put himself in harm's way so that you can retaliate.
Well, yeah, but it's so strange because at the same time, you do need to move up to start contesting scenario in some cases. And this one, maybe not so much, because you really only have that one point in the middle to worry about.
Yeah.
But in other cases, it's always like, oh yeah, just hang back. But like, no, then they're going to start scoring points, and you're not going to get anything. And what are you doing?
As far as we can see here, I'm actually very wrong because what I suggested is not at all what Jacob's doing.
Well,
So
Jacob is a prominent podcaster, Hugo. Why would you expect to understand what great players do?
exactly, I'm just a sidekick here.
Yeah, this is just for everybody to understand. Jacob he runs a blog, which is a little quieter these days, but that's because he's been very, very busy on putting out a podcast called The Danger Room with a number of other Yankees. And already there's the attacks already. So Thanos has moved Blade into the backfield and is now going to hit him. So yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, obviously, Jacob has gone for trying to take Blade down here.
Oh my God! He rolled 3 blanks and 2 skulls.
Oh man, yeah, that's not gonna do anything. As a matter of fact, I think that Iron Fist is a greater threat to Jacob than Blade is, because Blade has mystic attacks and Thanos has excellent mystic defenses. If he decides to try and kill Corvus, then Corvus is only gonna get better.
Yeah.
On his injured side, he gets 4 additional dice by Thanos' Death's Decree rather than 2, and also Blade is also tankier than Iron Fist, so I'm not that certain that we will see Jacob be able to take Blade down quite as easily as he would like.
Yeah, so let's make sure if we
Um,
can try to ask him that at the end of the game. Maybe you can add it to your list of questions about why he went after Blade as his first move instead of Iron Fist. All right. Where was I? Oh, so yeah. So just so everyone understands, Jacob is 3-0. He happens to have gotten a pair down this time. So Crocasta is actually fighting for his life here to continue on in the league. If he loses this game, he is completely out of the running, although he'll finish the normal season, of course. Whereas Jacob has a one chance still to lose and continue on. So
the knife against the throat.
yeah, it's a very big motivator.
Yeah, it adds to the tension here. Obviously,
Hmm.
is that the way you say it in English?
Cut the tension with a knife. That,
Cut the tension with a knife. Okay,
yeah,
because in Swedish, there's the expression is like you have to do something with a knife against your throat. That means that you're under a lot of pressure.
sure.
Like you cannot afford to fail.
Yeah, Krakosa, you can afford to fail. So I think that was Doctor Strange trying to hit Thanos,
Mm.
but that's not going to do anything. That's not what he's all about, is he, Doctor Strange?
I mean, if he had gotten one damage in, he could have pushed Thanos slightly to
Yeah,
the
yeah, of
side
course.
to
Made it.
allow him to be attacked by some of his characters on the right flank. For instance, Moon Knight could perhaps reach him with a shot or two. I don't know if he had the angle for that. Possibly not, but maybe. Voodoo could have gotten an attack in, maybe starting to generate some power to maybe steal some extracts later, or stopping Jacob from scoring.
All right.
Maybe we should call him Xavier for the ease of the listeners. They
So
might not know that Jacob.
this is, yeah, that's true. This is Hood attacking Blade. The first attack didn't do anything, but he did get the wild. He got the trigger for the rapid fire. Rapid fire does 2 hits. Krokasta saved both. So Krokasta's save rolls have been doing really nicely. So that's the first activation for Hood done. Let's see if he does his second attack the same way.
Yeah, unfortunately for Xavier, Mystic Attacks is not one of Blade's weaknesses.
No, no. I mean, what has he got? 4, but does he have anything? He's got 4 defense dice, but does he have anything else beyond that?
He has 4 defense dice, and he has his superpower where he can pay 2 power and get to re-roll all of his dice, including skulls. And he can elect to whether he wants to use that after he has seen all the dice rolled.
Okay,
So it's a
Xavier's.
very strong superpower.
Yep, Xavier's decided to attack him again. A little bit better of roll, 2 hits, including a crit. That didn't do anything, but he did get the trigger, so he's cool for another shot. And Krokasta, I don't think he's rolled defense dice just yet, unless he did one of
Yeah,
these.
we're not seeing any.
Unless he's one of
And
these.
currently, he actually doesn't have power to use his reroll superpower. So
Yeah.
Jacob could possibly get, or Xavier, I mean, could possibly get 2 damage in here.
Mm-hmm. I hear some dice now, so maybe this is Krokasta now doing his defense. And yes, he saved 1, so he's going to take 1. Not so bad. But of course, this is all just softening up until the big show arrives, which is going to be Corvus. Second attack from the rapid fire coming in now. And what has Xavier's got? I think Krokasta rolled 1 save, if that's a new roll. Oh, that's much better. 3 hits for Xavier. So that means he's going to take 2, and so that's 3 out of 6 hit points for Blade. Yeah. Corvus is going to take him out next, undoubtedly, and that means also by retaining priority, he's going to KO him next turn in all likelihood. That is bad news.
A great deal is going to hinge on whether Corvus is within 2 of Blade or not. Because now Blade has enough power to
he measured it.
re-roll all of his. He measured it.
Yeah, he measured it. Yeah. Easy.
Okay, then there is certainly a very big chance that Corvus will take him down. Thanos also has exactly 2 power to use his Death's Decree. But... So yeah, Jacob is certainly set up for the kill.
Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, that was weird.
Teleporting Voodoo.
Voodoo's moving up and looking to.
Do we know the size of the building in the middle of the table?
Yeah, size 3.
Size 3. All right. So Thanos can be seen across it.
Ah, yes, because he's the same size. He's size 3, so that provides cover, but not blocking line of sight.
Indeed.
Okay. How's your beverage? Feeling good?
Feeling pretty good. It's nice and cold.
Mine's a bit too trendy for me, I have to be honest.
And a nice mixture of bitterness and sweetness.
No, you're killing me. I'm dealing with this trendiness. A lot of pings going on there, but not sure what's happening. What could Voodoo be doing? He's had to move twice to get up there, but he's showing a range 2 marker for some reason.
I think that's to decide whether Thanos will have cover against his attack or not.
Oh, okay. But he's had
Um,
to move twice, so I don't know if he can attack again.
nah, he moved once and then he used his leadership to
Oh, of
bump.
course. I keep forgetting about that. I'm going to have to try to remember that bump happens. Yes, coffee. Thank you, Bumpy. Thank you, Bumpy. Thank you, coffee. Bumpy.
Bumpy time. Oh
It's,
my god, that
it's
doesn't sound.
lewd at all. It sounds like Borat. Oh, it's a sexy fun time. It's good to see Coffee again. He's been a little quiet. I hope he's back active on the scene in real life. But yes, I guess they're all talking about whether he was within two after that bump. Bumpity bump.
It didn't look like he was.
No.
So I would assume that he's going to have cover here.
Hopefully they roll some dice. I see a lot of hands flying around. There we go. Yep. Voodoo into now. This is a Mystic attack, and he's pretty good against Mystic. Thanos.
Chip some damage into Thanos here.
Yeah. Let's see what the roll is. Ooh, not good at all. No hits at all.
Oof. Oh my god. He did get a skull though, so he's going to generate 1 power no matter what.
Yeah. It's always handy. He's good at power.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not what you
all right, here it comes. The Corvus train has arrived.
Yep. And we see 2 power being paid off of Thanos, so
it's going in big.
It would have been interesting there if Voodoo would have been able to sap 1 power off of Thanos, stopping that Death's Decree, and then if that could have actually kept Blade alive, possibly. That's
so he's rolled 1 save so far, and the hits 3 hits, including a crit so far.
Yeah.
So
if he rolls a hit on this, then it's
he did not.
No,
so Blade's still around by 1 hit point.
Yeah, he's gonna need the second attack.
And this is the classic move Krakosta made with Black Order. Well, there's a much better save. Plus 3 saves and a crit.
Oh yeah, I mean, if Blade survives this even on 1 damage, then that's big, because that changes the pace of the game entirely.
Yep. All right, this is a big hit now. Let's see what happens.
Then Blade is not going to be removed from the table until earliest round 3, instead of Krakosta losing his leadership.
No. Let ye who cast doubt on Corvus be thrown from the village. Because
apparently yes.
Because so what I was saying about the classic Black Order move is they just pounce on the person who's very conveniently transported the extract to them, and that's exactly what Krakosta unfortunately fell into that trap. He's just moved somebody with an extract right into the clutches of Corvus, who has now not only dazed him but also picked up that extract. This is very, very classic play if you're not looking out for it.
Indeed. On Legacy Virus in particular, it's virtually impossible to pick up an extract and not be far forward. But one way of tackling that is to wait as long as possible with picking up the extracts, as late in the round as possible, so that possibly even to after Thanos is activated, or Corvus, so that you can make sure that you don't suffer a daze round 1, because that is certainly the start that Black Order is looking for.
A bit of movement down here. For some reason, Moon Knight is going way far to the right. Maybe to kind of.
I suppose he's looking to get to find an angle where Proxima didn't have cover, but looks as though it was not possible.
Moved him back for some reason, not sure.
I think Jacob is being a gentleman and allowing him to redo the move to see if he can make that.
Make that with it.
And possibly, don't know, because as we know, the entire there cannot be a single part of the base where it's possible to draw a line between the attacker and the target, and not crossing. Oh,
yeah.
a
So
lot of teleporting going
yeah, I
on
know.
today.
He was basically trying to avoid Proxima getting cover. Essentially, is what you're
Yeah,
saying. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, but it doesn't look possible,
and
so he's moved him more
no,
centrally and is going to now attack him with his range 4
yeah.
attack. I don't know what he rolled for. Oh, he rolled a hit, it looks like. Do you recall what that does for Moon Knight?
As far as I remember, you might want to check the card. It's an extra 2 dice on the first attack roll of the activation, and I believe that I was right on that part. So this will be
Oh,
six dice attacks,
well, that's handy right now.
um, rowing crescents,
Yeah, pretty good.
2 hits,
2 hits only, though.
which means 0 damage because of cover. But he did trigger the second attack.
Okay. Fewer dice this time. Oh, man, he's not doing well at all. 1 crit. Let's see if it rolls into a hit. Yeah, he did not sacrifice to the dice gods appropriately before this match, and woe to all who do not before they start a game. You're only hurting yourself, friends. All right. Is that everyone? It is everybody. All right. It's round 1. I have to say,
Yep.
it's looking a little grim for Crocasta.
Yeah, I would agree to that. Looks as though it's going to be 2-2, yeah, because Crocasta has the middle point. Jacob has no points, but 2 legacy viruses. And I am almost certain that we will now be seeing
Yeah.
Corvus going first and KOing Blade immediately.
Yeah, which is sad, but this is what they do. I have to give everybody an update on my quest for 200,000 subscribers. All right, to the YouTube and the Twitch channel. So my latest reference. Usually I find these like really young ladies who are doing really interesting streams for the most part. They actually know what they're talking about, but they have casual 1.4 million followers. No, I take that back. It was like 220,000. That's where I got the number. I think it was 225,000 for streaming like role playing Grand Theft Auto. It was, but not saying very much. It was very bizarre. And mildly compelling, maybe. So maybe I fell into the same trap that everybody else did who subscribed. But I didn't subscribe. I held back. I managed to keep my finger away from the button. But this is the new thing. On YouTube, I got shown and went down this rabbit hole. There's this guy in Scotland who's treats cows' hooves when they get infected or have some sort of like something wrong with them, and he grinds the hoof off and then uses his special knife to kind of shave it down to try to get to the abscess. He's got um, he's got 4 million subscribers, and the last video I saw was viewed 6 million times. 6 million times of a guy shaving this horrific abscess off of a cow's foot. Okay? And I've got 50 subscribers. Come on. Where's the entertainment factor differential in that equation? I don't understand this.
Well, the easy answer to that, Norbert, is that you're going to have to shave a cow on stream.
Who doesn't love cow's hooves? Yes, Liam, I totally agree. I found it so compelling. I watched 4 videos in a row. It was pretty intense watching this guy's a master. I mean, he really knows how to shave these hooves off really quickly and accurately. And some of the things he uncovers with these hooves is pretty gnarly. But yeah, if you're like one of those people who like to watch pimple popping on YouTube, you've got to up your game and go to see this guy letting abscesses out of cows' hooves. It's an entirely different universe.
Blade is not doing too good at the moment.
Oh, really?
And here comes the
The second.
second attack. It looks like a death blow with Glaive's edge going down.
Crabalicious, his accent is remarkably light, so you can actually understand what he's saying, and he doesn't say crazy stuff like that. Oh, he's got 2 crits here. Can he roll some more saves? No. Nope.
Nope.
Oh
But
well.
he can spend. He's likely to spend for the reroll any.
Yeah. He's got loads of power. I
Uh,
should hope so.
yep.
Okay.
Where
He's gonna re.
Jacob has triggered the flurry as well, so he will have another attack.
Wow. So there you go. 5 hits against 4 saves with that reroll. That was worked out. Unfortunately, he only has 1 hit point left. So.
It's actually 6 hits because he has the skull. Yeah. So
Oh,
goodbye,
oh yeah.
Blade.
Yeah, the skull on top of it.
No more bumps.
No more bumps.
Sad times for Midnight Suns.
Do you?
But
Yeah.
both Moon Knight and Iron Fist are still on the table, and both of those guys have the capability of giving Thanos a rough time.
All right. So you're thinking that he should focus down on Thanos now rather than anybody else?
I would say that this has been a fantastic start for Jacob, but it is by no means over.
Okay, but I mean, always the question is do you go after Corvus or do you have to go after Thanos? I think in this instance, as hard as he is to take down, you go after Thanos.
I mean, there are certainly times where you go after Corvus, but at least in my experience, in at least 4 times out of 5, you're better off just trying to kill Thanos because the amount of control he has,
Yeah,
and the fact that he can turn the game around and start just moving all of your guys away from him and scoring points when he's managed to kill 2 of your characters or 3 um, is very hard, and the way to get rid of that is to daze him. If Thanos goes down, the Black Order player usually goes down.
yeah. Okay.
Whereas if Corvus goes down, there's still a chance to win.
Yeah, that movement you saw from Thanos wasn't a normal action. That was part of his last attack. He gets to move medium.
Indeed.
He's got every tool that you could want in a character. It's unbelievable. What how people constantly are taking Black Order with mixed factions now, affiliations. When do you think they really need where they shouldn't be played? Is my point. I guess what I'm asking.
When Black Order shouldn't be played?
Yeah, because I mean, look at this. I mean, we saw
on really fast crises and against opponents that can go really wide.
I suppose, but even then, they still have a good chance in the mirror.
Yeah. and Web Warriors have a great matchup into Black Order since they can stack defenses with the Lifesaver from Ghost Spider and the Leadership and a ton of rerolls, and then maybe they have some more like Okoye in there or something like so. They have the tools to set up a really tough puzzle to solve for the Black Order player.
Yeah, we didn't see so much Web Warriors though this season for some reason. They're hard to play.
Yeah, I mean, every affiliation is hard to play. Black Order is certainly hard to play. You have fewer actions per game than almost every single affiliation.
Yeah.
And so you really need to make them count, and small mistake can cost you the entire game. So they're really a connoisseur affiliation of sorts.
Now you have to tell that to Frederick B. He came down from he was from Stockholm and came to London with his family. I met his nice family, wonderful family. He's got all girls, 3 girls, all gamers, which was wonderful. One in particular was attracted to the MCP models. His middle one, I think. And so him and the daughters and his wife were playing board games as we were playing miniature games down in London at our regular Thursday nights. And I loaned him Black Order, mostly the list that we saw last time from Rookie Boy. And he's never piloted it before. He goes, I don't know how to play this. It seems very hard. And then proceeded to smash me, and then smashed the second player, and then ate pizza and went home.
I think he lied to you, Norbert. He knows how to.
Oh yeah, you think he was
at least he's been playing against them in the final of a TTS league.
I don't
So
know.
I think he has given them some thought. I think he tricked you, Norbert.
I feel tricked now. Darn you, Frederick, you seem so nice. His family was a distraction. They were supposed to put me off thinking that he could be devious. He's like, oh, how could a family man like this pull a fast one on me? Well, turns out, big mistake. So anyway, it was wonderful to see him. Family was lovely. I can't wait for us somewhere in Europe to have a big event that we can all start to gather at again, like we used to.
Oh yeah, that'll be the day.
I'm hoping the Spanish get it together. That'd be, I think, our greatest hope. Okay, seems like Voodoo threw the hut, probably at Thanos. Thanos has got 3
Yep.
hit points, not bad,
Yep.
into him.
Apparently he didn't dodge anything, so
But he might have tried to hit him as well, unless because it says he's activated, so he might have hit him. But I don't know how. Between the two, I got distracted between either hitting him and throwing the hut. He's done 3 damage, which is a good start,
yep.
but not enough. Now Thanos is probably activated here, and he's just teleported Voodoo forward, and is probably not going to punch him in the face.
Looks as though he is punching him, yeah.
And oof, Thanos not really stinking up the joint with his attack dice today.
We should also note here that Moon Knight has already played his blind obsession onto Thanos.
Okay. And so this is the second attack by Thanos, much better. 4 hits, that's really good, including 2 crits. Oh, good save though from Crocasta, 3 saves so far. And so that is only 1 hit going through. Lucky for, but I don't find Thanos doing terrible. I mean, he's okay damage, but he damage isn't his thing. It's control. You okay? You seem shocked.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm just trying to figure out what's...
Well, if the 2 hits went through, and I'm not sure what they're discussing now. But yeah, thanks for pointing out the blind obsession. It's on Thanos. Yeah, I see the little marker now. It's in a different spot than I'm used to. Okay. And
so he's going to teleport Strange further away, robbing him of 1 attack.
Here's the control that everybody talks about with Thanos. He's brought Voodoo in, moved Strange away. He's not limited like, for instance, the Enchantress getting nerfed to only down to 1 movement ability. He gets to do it as many times as he's got power for. And he's got typically loads of power.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now this is Crocasta probably activating Iron Fist, I'd imagine. But he's just measuring things out for the moment. But yeah, it looks like that's what's going to happen. And sure enough, he's easily in range, but not near any scenario points. And this game's about scenario points.
Slightly putting Moon Knight in danger here because he has Blind Obsession played on Thanos and Proxima is right there next to him. And we did not see a move from him towards Thanos. So if Proxima would decide to go for him, then
look at that roll.
He would be able to only roll 1 defense die, and if Thanos takes the damage here, which he didn't,
nope.
Then he would have had 2 power, which would have been enough to Death's Decree Proxima, and then, I mean, odds wouldn't have been too good for her to one-shot Moon Knight, but they would certainly have been there.
So this is a bad hit, no damage at all, which is not what you need against Thanos. And this is a flying kick, so it lets Iron Fist move within a 1 distance of the target. And so he's moved it to the back point. Interesting. I just noticed that Jacob did not elect to be near any of his secures, and thus spared himself getting incinerated, which is probably the right move because he doesn't care about the scenario. He cares about knocking out the opposition.
I mean, you could say that, but the Black Order can easily flip and start caring about scenario more. And actually, I think they can be played pretty well into scenario from the get-go. It's just harder, less forgiving, but Thanos, with all that control, especially with the power gem, is certainly capable. And certainly after you have managed to KO one or two of the enemy's characters and erased that numerical that disadvantage in numbers. As it stands, both players have 4 characters now, so we already have that situation. In fact,
Proxima's looking to attack Voodoo, but is out of range. So I'm not sure she'd be. Is she only range 3 her attacks? Because then I don't think she'd be a range of Moon Knight either.
I believe she has range 3, but Moon Knight also has stealth, so it wouldn't matter to have more than 3.
Nice. Okay. Looking forward to his TV series coming out.
Oh yes, looks fantastic. They've been.
I know it's nonstop.
Quite good so far.
I know
all of the series. I think.
Yeah. No real clunkers, unlike the Netflix ones, right? Where you hit and misses with there.
Yeah, I really loved the Daredevil show. I have to say, season 1 was a bit of a how do you say, a bit of a transport between season 1 and season 3. But man, I loved season 3 of that.
Oh yeah, okay. I've only seen the first 2 seasons so far. I liked how it evolved. Season 1 is like season 2 is quite different.
You're in for a treat.
Oh, amazing.
Season 3 is where it really gets good.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. All right, so that's Hood moving in, probably so he can get range on Voodoo.
Yep.
And probably do a couple more shots and probably heal up Thanos with his healing ability.
Yep. He could certainly fire at Iron Fist here, too. Which would, since Hood is firing magic bullets, and none of Iron Fist is the one who gets it.
Because he can't count his blanks this way.
He can't count his blanks. He doesn't have a ton of stamina, so he would be great for being the next victim of Black Order.
Okay.
And that looks like 2 damage straight into him.
Yeah.
Oh,
wrong guy. Wrong guy. There we go.
Wrong guy, yeah.
Yeah, they fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably going after Iron Fist also. He's holding that virus. So that's another point he could take off of him.
Exactly. So killing Iron Fist would mean a 2-point swing here.
Okay, so he's as predicted. He moved up. He did his couple of shots into Iron Fist, and then he healed Thanos, and he's done.
Yep.
Okay, so that leaves Doctor Strange and Moon Knight left to go.
Yep.
Figure now with his healing, he probably should move in Moon Knight and start doing some really big damage.
I mean, if Moon Knight rolls a crit on his psychic instability or whatever roll, then he would be able to get 4 6 dice attacks into Thanos, and that is not something to sneeze at.
And this is what happens on Demons Downtown. Everybody starts just gathering in the middle. And that's what Black Order wants. Ugh. Black Order. Why?
We didn't see any incinerates the first turn, because the only one standing on a point was Voodoo, who is immune to incinerate.
Yeah. So is Dormammu.
Yeah, and Ghost Rider.
And Ghost Rider, finally. He wasn't originally, which was really kind of sad.
Yeah, that was a bit dumb, but yeah,
they fixed it.
Yeah, it's way more thematic. I mean, that he's immune to incinerate, obviously.
So I think Doctor Strange's moving up to heal Voodoo. Oh, no.
He can't heal within 3, but I think he wants to be within 3 to eventually apply his Hogothsori wisdom when the need should arise.
The heal is what, 2? Range 2?
Seems that he
Oh, these hit
shot at
rolls.
Thanos. Oh no! But he has the possibility to
Everything.
re-roll all of it.
Good choice. Yep.
Good
And
choice indeed, and
no,
not much better.
no.
At least he generated 1 extra power from the shield. But Thanos is doing pretty well so far.
Yeah. Oof. All right, that's it.
Question is what
Proxima.
Proxima's going to do now.
Really concerned that he didn't use Moon Knight when Moon Knight is so vulnerable right now.
Yeah, another character who is vulnerable is Iron Fist. So if she can get in there and possibly just lucky one-shot Iron Fist, then that's a huge blow to Crow Costa. Because I think that Hood has an excellent chance of one-rounding Iron Fist by himself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially now he's gotten some chip damage in. All right.
So
Proxima into
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist, yeah. Jacob trying to probably get that Heroes for Hire card off the table. Ooh, great hit.
Oh my god. Oh my god, she's taking him down.
Oh god. She does that.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's like focused on Corvus, but she's a bit of a brawler herself.
That is so huge. This is not going well for Crow Costa.
Yeah, and that's another virus now. 2 viruses. Oh god. So now you almost wish Corvus, I was going to say you want to let the other virus guy die so that it drops the token, but it's Corvus. I don't think you want that. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Krokaska not catching any breaks tonight.
Yeah, he needs to start doing serious damage to one of Xavier's characters now. Let's see which one he goes for. My guess would be Thanos.
You should hope so. I mean, he's got the blind obsession thing. Maybe he's forgotten he's put it there.
Yeah. Obviously, that's what he would want to exploit.
Yeah. That horse. He's going to get on that horse and ride away. There we go. He's yippee-ki-yay. There we go. He's in range now. He's in the surf, relaxing.
Yep.
All right. Let's see if blind obsession does him any good.
One thing to note:
he rolled a blank. 1 second. What is the blank?
Voodoo does have 4 power and is probably within 2 of Iron Fist, so there could be a field dressing there. Iron Fist is already activated, so it wouldn't affect much, but it would make it impossible for Xavier to KO him immediately next round and keep him in the game for 1 more round, possibly making him able to activate later.
So Moon Knight rolled a blank for his ability, so he got himself an extra power. That's it. And
Yep.
I noticed the arrows that showed that Moon Knight is going to be attacking Thanos next.
Yep. Quite expected. So, pew pew.
Pew pew. Yeah. Let's get this big dice roll.
Or whatever noise a throwing crescent makes.
Yeah. Right? Twing.
Yeah. I bet it would be the same. We'll know soon enough. Let's
listen the show. Yeah. When does it start? Do you know?
30th of March, if I remember correctly, but I'm just guessing, basically. That's a shot from the hip.
All right, 3 hits, 1 wild, 1 save, though.
Not bad.
And he's got invulnerability, so he's only taking
so
1
1
hit.
damage.
And I'll do it again.
He needs a spike somewhere.
3 hits again, but he's Xavier's covering it.
Yeah, that's no spike.
That is no spike.
That is actually 0 damage. Oof.
This is the thing. Everyone's like, take down Thanos. Go for Thanos. No, Thanos is a beast. There's no taking him down.
I mean, with those dice, it wouldn't have mattered who he had gone for.
But you need more dice.
Yeah.
Has anybody used Hulk against Thanos? I mean, that I'd like to see. Just the satisfaction of Hulk pounding the crap out of Thanos would be amazing. But I don't know. Hulkbuster on Thanos? I don't know. Scarlet Witch on Thanos? Ugh. I don't know how to take him down. Especially a hood on top of everything else. Healing him up. What's this little thing here that what's this symbol that's on Iron Fist? Is that bats?
So maybe we're seeing a Siege of Darkness here?
Yeah, that's what it is. Sure. I'm not sure who was it that attacked. I think it was Strange, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Another crappy roll though. Good God, Crocasta. Get some new dice.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to see these crappy dice. The people demand better dice. I wish AMG would give out. Well, there's a couple things I wish AMG did. One is make different colored dice, official colored dice would be nice. And secondly, to put out affiliation tokens for all the other affiliations that don't have any tokens yet.
Yeah, that would certainly be nice. I've always wondered what the criminal and spider foe affiliation tokens look like. I mean, we have our own with the TTS mod, for sure, but is that how AMG imagined them?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I'm curious.
It's Iron Fist days. And Moon Knight's going to be finished now.
That is in fact an excellent question. If they ever come on a podcast, if you would have made affiliation tokens for spider foes and criminals, what would they ever look like?
No more affiliation tokens? Charles Omnis is saying that there's no more affiliation. Why would you say that? Why? I keep getting random bleed markers and stuff in the boxes, and I'm like, what is this? Gosh, no affiliation tokens. Easy money. Print some affiliation packs. That's a better hit. 4 hits, including 2 crits, or in a wild. So, that's a big hit. Ooh, all right. Yeah. So 6 hits there. Xavier saved 1. It's going to go down by 1, so that's 4 hits in. Yep. Nice. Well, that's what Crocasta needed, a turn ago. Ugh.
Problem is that I think that
and now he's played Sacrifice.
Yeah. Into Corvus.
Yep.
Feeding him some more power. Oof.
Does he get this? Does blind obsession still work though? No, because you have a different target, right?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. God, that stinks.
Good roll, but still only 2 points of damage.
Yeah, and that's into Corvus, the wrong one.
Yeah, and it's basically just giving him more power to use his Glaive's Edge. But Sacrifice, not much you can do about that.
Nope. No, it's a card.
Yep.
Okay, that's the end of round 2, and we see the score at 6 points to 3. We have Iron Fist on his injured side. The other characters are still healthy.
Yep.
Blind Obsession's still up because that goes on indefinitely.
Indeed.
But
and I would assume we're going to be seeing Hood activate first and try to KO Iron Fist here.
Yeah.
And then heal Thanos. possibly both med packing and. Oh
It's Proxima.
no,
He's
I am wrong.
he's relying on Proxima's incredible performance to continue the trend. Let's see if she can pull it off a second time.
Yeah.
And it's okay. 2
Oh,
hits.
he's unlucky, and
Just 2
he's
hits.
incinerated now, so one less
Yeah.
die, obviously.
So 2 go through, right?
Oof.
Or do the blanks count?
No, they don't. So only one goes through, it seems, because he's counting blanks
He's counting.
defensively
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying. He's counting blanks.
Yeah.
So he saved 1.
Oh, I thought you meant Proxima was counting blanks.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's Corvus.
Yeah.
But
And it happens again. Let's see if she can. Maybe it was just a warm-up swing. Now she's going to really throw the spear straight. Let's see. Oof, no saves for Crocasta. Yeah, much better hit. 3 hits, including a crit. That's 4 hits into no saves, and that's a dead. That's not dead. Nobody dies in Marvel. It's a. Oh, Bats the Ghost Hound came into play.
okay.
I don't know what that does.
It allows him to change one. I'm not sure if he can play that because I don't know if he can change his skull into anything.
Yeah. Not sure. Not sure. Okay, but otherwise that would be it for Iron Fist. But right now he's sitting
Yeah.
on 4 out of 5 hit points for some reason. So
And Corvus hasn't even activated yet.
no, yeah, Iron Fist is done for. I mean, well, he could do his act. He's got his Iron Fist online. He does have 8 power. Maybe hit if he doesn't die now, he'd hit Thanos. That would be pretty good.
So Jacob is rolling dice. I would assume it's
4 hits. Oof.
the 7 dice there could possibly be Corvus.
Oh, husband and wife. Yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
Yep. Gone.
And there it goes.
So there you go, everybody. You see that Iron Fist was ready to do some stuff, but husband and wife, another classic aspect of Black Order, completely wiping that opportunity off the table. Apparently, Bats lets you change skulls. Thank you, JD.
Oh man, nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. Good card. Right, so that was Corvus. I'm sure he did that in 1 hit, so he's got 1 more hit, attack rather,
Yeah.
which I imagine is going to go into Hood.
Like
Voodoo. And
we'll see who he elects to go for.
Voodoo, I suppose. I don't know.
Or just retreat to a point. He's KO'd 2 characters. He has more characters than the opponent, and
yeah he's going after Voodoo.
Yeah.
Okay. This is second attack. I'm not sure if Thanos helped him or not. Let's see how many dice he rolled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's just a normal attack. Got the flurry, right? Or no, this one doesn't have flurry.
Not yet, but he has 2 crits there.
Oh, yes, of course. Reality jump. That's 2 crits and more dice coming in. So that's 4 hits altogether.
Yep.
And 2 saves, so 2 go through.
Likely including a pierce.
Yeah, okay. That'll be 3. 3 plus 2 should be 5. 5 hit points off from Voodoo. Yep, there it is. He's sitting on 1 hit point. And that's Corvus done and Proxima. Yes. All right, play over to Crocasta. Let's see how he manages. Maybe now's the time to take out Thanos before he gets healed.
Oh, for sure.
Who can do it best? Voodoo?
Moon Knight for certain.
Because of Blind Obsession, yeah. But yeah. Voodoo's about to die. Or not die, get dazed. So better to use him first, no? Oh, he's a fielder. There's a med pack coming in. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Moon Knight still has the capability of taking him down, though. All he needs is 1 or 2 good spikes out of his 4 rolls. Certainly possible.
Yep, Coffee was mentioning about Voodoo getting healed by Strange. But that means Strange having to go first, and Voodoo's not going to be healed that much.
Getting served up to Corvus for next round.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that taking healing against Black Order is just kind of pointless because they're just going to kill you anyway. So you're better off taking different types of characters or different types of cards to help you mess with them.
Not entirely true, but still kind of true.
A little bit of delay. Maybe everybody's taking a little breather after that hot action there.
Yep.
But yeah, it looks like Voodoo is going to be activated. And who is he going after?
Possibly Hood, who
Oh,
has not yet activated.
yeah. Stop the heal. But then who's going to do the? Oh, I guess Moon Knight and can really do the beat down on Thanos. So yeah, maybe it makes sense. It is Hood's best defense, although it's still only 3 defense. So and oh, no, okay. I thought he was using Indomitable for some reason. He is.
Yes.
I guess Voodoo was trying to throw him.
Yep. Possibly throwing Thanos. No, I can't throw a size 3 character.
Yeah, so he's going to
I can
throw
only
Hood.
throw size 3 terrain.
But he used Indomitable, and so he's not going anywhere. Okay, so Voodoo's not going to attack Thanos. Yeah, like we thought.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if he doesn't. Did he spend the power? I don't think he did to use his big attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. No, he used his normal attack. Only 2 hits. Man, Crew Costa is really not catching a break. That's no damage to Thanos. Some sort of. Oh, he's put an effect on him. Which one is it?
The possession.
Ah,
Ooh, this is quite dangerous, in fact.
he put Nathaniel's token on Proxima and dropped a vaccine. Huh. That's interesting. And now he's moving away. Maybe he's changed his game plan here.
Yeah, that's something you constantly have to do.
You mean change what your strategy is for the turn?
Oh yeah, you have to always be mindful of what happens. Dice spikes, bad dice rolls. You have to adapt to the moving parts of the game, and that is oftentimes, at least, what makes the difference between a great player and a good player.
Yeah. So he made Proxima drop that and won't be able to pick it up because she still has the token on her.
Yep.
But then he didn't pick it up and he didn't move back.
He couldn't because after for every legacy virus after the
costs more.
first you pick
Yeah.
costs more, yeah. So and he only had 1 power to spare, so he couldn't have picked it up. Otherwise, I wouldn't be surprised if he had.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he was hoping to get more power off of that hit earlier and that way be able to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like Thanos is activating. And moving himself forward with his portals.
Yep.
Okay. So he's moved Voodoo.
Mind Gem, it seems.
Yeah, Mind Gem. That's what it was, the Mind Gem.
And now Thanos is gonna punch Voodoo. If he rolls a wild, he's gonna fly right into Strange's poor face and do damage to him.
because he's got to throw on the punch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, some dice. Decent save. Let's see if he rolls anything into the crit.
But he got the throw, and that means that Voodoo will automatically take 1 damage. Crow Costa doesn't have brace, so Voodoo is down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Thanos looking to move forward to capitalize on this, or let's see.
I suppose he could portal Moon Knight away and move back to a point if he likes.
He's attacked Strange, or no,
Yep.
that was the damage from being thrown. That's what it was. 1 damage. Oh yeah. So Voodoo gets dazed and should drop that vaccine rather. There it is. So Thanos is going to pick that one up, sure enough. So that's Xavier having two viruses. The sad thing about these games is they're over, but the points are so low that you have to kind of keep playing the game.
I mean, in theory, if Thanos goes down this round, there could possibly be something for Crow Costa to do, but it needs to happen now, and then he needs to continue being lucky. Doctor Strange can still field dress Voodoo, by the way.
Okay.
He's already activated, so the impact is somewhat limited, but still. Unless Thanos uses his second attack to take him down now.
Yeah, might be.
He's pondering his choices.
Yeah, sure enough. He's going to do the second attack into Strange. Yeah, I mean, Crocosta's dice aren't helping him, that's for sure.
Oh no, he has had abysmal dice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him.
I'm not sure what's taking so long here to resolve this attack. But they're still debating it. Hands are flying around everywhere. Okay, you hear the dice being rolled now. Mediocre hit from Thanos, as per usual. Let's see if he can save it. And he rolls... no saves, but he can pick those up again, thankfully, and re-roll them. So here he goes.
Not too many hits, but still.
Still no.
Oh, no.
No saves. No saves, so 2 hits are going right through. And what? Another portal. Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, and he's portaling Moon Knight on top of it. Oh. So I play Dormammu a bit. He's 8 points, just like Thanos with his 2 gems is. But you don't get anywhere as near as much value out of Dormammu as you're getting out of Thanos. I mean, just look at this guy.
I mean, he's a pure beater, and he makes your other characters better.
Yeah.
Which Thanos also does, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, and in more useful ways, though. You know,
he's tankier, but he's difficult to play for certain.
Yeah, yeah. And these days with so much Black Order, yeah, it's really hard to play Dormammu because they're just going to go after him, take him out.
Yep.
Because they can concentrate. You have so few characters on the table since he cost 8 that you can you don't have a lot of other activations to try to mitigate what they're doing to Dormammu. The other thing I never been able to pull off is using Dormammu's card to bring a threat 3 character back.
Oh,
Because, yeah, because I'll get loads of my guys dazed. And so that's okay. So then, but then before I can, a lot of them die. They usually daze or knock out Dormammu, so he
ah,
doesn't get to use the card. So I'm looking to get rid of
sad.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna probably dump it. Probably put
Yeah.
probably put advanced R&D into my roster so I can do some turn 2 Black Cat plays. Or with Dormammu, even turn 1 play. All right, that was
I
Thanos
suppose.
done. Sorry.
Yep. I suppose Strange can go now and try to pull Thanos in if he manages to do damage, so that Moon Knight can attack him. But then again, Hood is going to be able to go before Moon Knight, and he is likely going to be able to heal Thanos those 3 points. So Moon Knight is going to have to do all of the 8 damage. Hood healing Thanos is a pain for Crowcosta in
Yeah,
this game.
yeah. It would have happened twice now, where he just wipes off all that damage that he's put on him.
Yep.
All right, strange attacking. Decent hit, 2 crits and a wild. Of course, Xavier saves phenomenally well.
Oh man.
So annoying.
Oh no.
You know,
0 damage in spite of a quite decent roll.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the
Nice
worst.
re-rolling.
You're like, yes, look at this roll, and the other guy's
No.
like, yeah, look at mine.
Oh,
That's
Crowcosta, I feel for you.
man. He's healed himself. Doctor Strange, that is, and he's
Yep.
finished the activation with Strange.
That is something he can do.
Thought he might have woken up Voodoo, but with Hood still ready to go, it would have been kind of pointless. Okay, Hood's moving in to try to take down Doctor Strange a few pegs.
Possibly taking Strange down, but mainly getting 2 more power so that he can heal Thanos.
Oh yeah, of course, because he's got a gainer, as we learned about the other day. So the gainer is 1 flat hit power, and if he gets the rapid fire trigger, that means he's going to get 2 power right off the bat from just 1 activation.
All this vocabulary.
Yeah, this is the unofficial rule book. No saves, and what kind of hit we're getting? He gets the wild trigger and does 3 damage. Oh, Strange will re-roll everything, of course. It doesn't help him at all.
Oh no.
No, that's 3 hits going through, and he gets the rapid fire.
Yeah. Which is all he needs to get to 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Heal Thanos.
Okay, second attack coming in. 2 crits. 1 save, but he's going to re-roll all of those. 3 hits altogether. 4 hits, sorry. 4 hits altogether. Better saves. Saves 3. So 1 goes through. Oof. Leaves him on.
Bad dice is something that happens now and then in this game, and a real tough thing is not allowing yourself to get influenced by that.
The tilt.
Not allowing yourself, the tilt, because that is usually gonna put you further down the slippery slope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than helping you see an alternative route to a possible victory or a possible comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. I was never gone.
Sure.
You go. Come on. You're supposed to be my hype man as I'm doing my rap.
Never gone.
No.
Okay, let's see if Crow Costa can put Thanos down with 2 shots.
It's possible. It's mathematically possible.
Absolutely.
All right, 6 hits, all crits. Boom. Let's see, all hits. No, 5 hits.
Oh, 5 hits and 1 block. That's
That's
3 damage.
3 damage. So he's got 5 more. He can do it. He can do it.
Theoretically,
Come
yeah, he
on.
can if he
All
rolls all
crits.
hits and Thanos are no blocks.
Second attack, 2 crits and a hit.
2 crits. He's not going to be able to kill
Oh,
him
no,
though.
look at the save.
Yeah,
Xavier.
yeah. Oh no. Yeah,
So obnoxious.
yeah.
And he
But
used field dressing.
the reason we're saying "oh no" here is not that we're rooting for Xavier or anything. It's just that we like to see carnage.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I just like to see tight games. That's what I've always been about. Even when I was TOing a lot of War Machine events and stuff like that, what is interesting to me is tense, tight games, well played. When you see these kind of massacres, it's no fun for anybody. So Moon Knight used the field dressing on
Yep.
on Voodoo, I
To
guess.
on Voodoo, it seems. Yeah.
Yeah,
To stop him from becoming KO'd
yeah,
next round.
yep. And that's good because it was the end of the turn.
Yeah.
So round
Still,
3 over. Yeah, what do you think? Still
I
theoretically
mean,
possible?
yeah. I mean, Xavier still goes first, and for me, I suppose he doesn't want to activate Thanos first, but he could just teleport Voodoo, strike him twice, possibly get a wild, and throw him into Strange, taking down 2 characters quite certainly in 1 attack. But maybe he doesn't want to gamble for that, or rather
What's this?
try to use Corvus.
What's going on here with this bent tool?
Probably some kind of measuring shenanigans that he knows.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you use the it's using this different types of tools to mimic other tools. And so
Yeah,
this he's probably mimicking
I haven't put that much attention into that. If I'm honest.
Yeah, I know, but Mike, I think it
Maybe
was Mike
maybe one should.
DeLuca, I think one of the Mikes.
No, I think it was Leaf, Suzumi Kazo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Suzumi Kazo put together a cheat sheet showing you how the equivalencies of various different tools to other tools. It's pretty funny. Okay, so who's activating? See if you're still thinking about it. Still thinking. Still thinking.
Mm.
Maybe they're calling the game. I don't know. A lot of thinking. If only we had some cow's hooves to.
Crocasta still has an incentive to play for points if he wants to get a gun for a good placement in the league. If he loses, obviously he's
out of the cuts.
Out of the cuts, yeah.
Yeah. Who are you playing next week? What faction or affiliation?
I'm playing tomorrow against Brotherhood.
Ooh. Yeah, you worried about that one with your complication?
I am terrified.
Is that the Nathaniel token coming back? I think it might have been.
Yep, he can bring that back for free in the power phase.
Yeah, so he probably is taking it back to protect himself a bit.
Yep.
Are you playing Liam tomorrow? Is it Liam?
As a matter of fact, it is.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's in the chat. he's
Oh, I fear you, Liam.
Oh man, a lot of
Got
things.
this. The pressure is on you, man.
That's right, yours to lose. Nice thing is that both of you get 1 loss still, and you're on week 4, so not too much further to go. Hmm. Thinking, thinking, thinking. Much thinking. A lot of hands moving.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. This is Xavier's opening move from in round 4. I'm not sure. The issue is, you figure he'd just take out Voodoo, right?
The thing is that a misplay or a really bad roll from Jacob can still cause a bad activation and set up a swing round. The odds are certainly in Xavier's favor here, but I mean, Crocostas has to look for some straws.
I think Xavier was giving Crocasta some pointers because I saw the Nathaniel token go back over onto Proxima. So maybe he's helping him out at this stage, considering where the game is. Proxima's moved forward and is going to attack Voodoo.
Yep.
And that would daze him in all likelihood. Let's see if he can manage it.
Certainly a decent chance for that. And then Corvus can activate immediately afterwards, take out Strange.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's right. Okay, token comes back, and
so Voodoo obviously paid 2 power to get it back.
Yep, so now he's got
2 more defense die.
better defense, but let's see.
Yep.
Not a good hit. Not a good hit. 1 wild, and he saved it.
Yep. But that's a Pierce.
Oh, right. Okay. So it goes through anyway. Boom, boom,
Yep.
boom, boom. That's a dazed one. Okay. And Corvus then goes, I guess.
One might expect him to.
Because he could take out Strange if he could reach him.
Yeah. He would give up priority, but this might be the swing turn that puts Jacob so far ahead that it's virtually impossible for Crocasta to come back from it.
Yep. So I think he's paid for the husband and wife, so I think that's going to happen now. So is Corvus going to move first and then attack? I'd imagine so.
One might note that Xavier still has Disarm on his hand, so and that is a card that is certainly quite good into Moon Knight, removing lots and lots of dice from him.
Okay, so we're having Corvus move forward as predicted. Boop. And then I'm going to wait for the tabs, but I'm going to suspect he's going into Strange.
Yeah, just having 1 damage left is...
Oh no, he's going into Moon Knight. Interesting. Some dice.
But we also saw him pay a ton of power, so...
Glaive's Edge. Oof, look at that hit. 5 hits with a crit. 6.
With the amount of dice there tells me that that was a death blow rather.
1, 2, 3,
that's,
6.
oh my
7.
God.
7 hits. 7
Oh.
hits. And a good save, too.
Yeah, and he oh my God, he's going to get both Moon Knight and Strange by the looks of it. No, good save. So only 4 going through, it seems. Yeah.
Only.
Yeah, only 4. But he triggered the flurry, so Strange is going to get it.
Yeah. So he's moved him forward as part of the attack. That is, do the flurry, probably into Strange. No, into Moon Knight, polish him off. Why not? He's got the blind obsession, then off the table. Oof. Not pretty. And 3 hits, respectable, no saves. So
that'll do it.
Dazed Moon Knight.
So we left Strange alive. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it makes that much of a difference one way or the other. Probably better to take the blind obsession
Moon
off the
Knight has
table.
more possible damage output
Yeah.
than Strange does. Strange can, however, he doesn't have the power to activate Thanos here with his Crimson Bands of Sidorak.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
whatever damage he puts into Thanos, Hood has a good chance of just removing. Which is maybe why he's going for Hood now.
Could he do it? Let's see. Hood's no on full health. Oh, decent
The
roll.
thing about attacking Hood is that you want a big hit first, so that you take a good chunk out of his stamina.
Right.
Because after he takes damage, he can turn into his demonic form, and then he has a 2 damage reduction on every attack, which makes him really tough to take down. So you really want him to only have 1 or 2 stamina left when he goes on to his demonic side. You do not want to see this where he has only taken 1 damage and possibly turns into a demon.
Yeah. Yeah, he rolled another good save. Xavier did. And so this is part of the push. So he's pushing him, but then the transform will happen. There's Jacob throwing
Yeah,
down the tool. And he's gonna...
transform will happen, and then all of a sudden he has physical attacks rather than mystic ones, and that makes him particularly well cut out to take care of Strange.
Oh, look at that. The avatar picture even changes. Gosh, Llama. Good old carefree Llama. Doing such great work on this mod. The little
Yeah,
picture changes even.
the
So.
mod is fantastic, and it's gotten so much better over time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And he's had to make, I know this, he's had to make a lot of fundamental changes to it because of like the cards going landscape mode, for instance, and
oh
all
yeah,
all the transform characters and the way the gems worked had to be reworked in the mod. I mean, all this is,
the crisis selection system being changed.
yeah, that's all coding that has to be changed in many
Yeah.
instances. What do we hear?
Second attack from Strange into Thanos, I would assume.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting 1 damage through, it seems.
Ooh, he's on 4 now.
Managing to push Thanos away. He's spreading damage around here.
Yeah, that's another problem. Yeah. Maybe he just wants
Um,
to push more than the damage.
yeah.
Oof. Of course, he's not scoring a point. He would score.
He has his activation to go
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. I'm just trying to start thinking about points.
Strange apparently healed himself.
Oh yeah. Okay. So he's not bad now.
Rather expected.
Hmm.
But Hood has exactly enough power to charge. Thanos could activate first, move up, generate some power for Death's Decree onto Hood, ensuring that he takes down Strange.
Yeah, Strange is going down one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how he wants to do it. I mean, you figured you could move Thanos up and then portal Strange forward. You could move Hood forward. A lot of ways to do it. Okay, so he's moved Thanos with his gem, right? And now it's going to...
He's moved him a normal move, and now he's moving Strange with his portal.
But what is it? He doesn't... Is he move short? No. He
No,
moves...
that's a medium move. He's just standing on top of
Oh.
it, which makes it look like
Oh,
a.
okay. You're right. I just saw the letter in medium move. Okay, fine. So he did medium move. He then portaled Strange over, and now is going to use the gems
And
to advance him.
Hood is not even going to have to charge at this point because he's standing right next to Strange. Strange might even be already dazed if Xavier's lucky here.
Yeah, so second action is going to be an attack. Let's see if Thanos finally figures out how to punch people. Let's see. Meh. No.
Really? Nice block.
Still pillow fisted. So funny. Hasn't thrown one good punch at all this game.
Obviously used the Hoggoth's Hoary Wisdom to increase his defense die by 2 there.
Yeah.
Because it was incinerated, so he went down to 2 and then again up to 4 with the Hoggoth.
Yep. And so now Hood should go. And imagine just shoot him. Boom, boom, boom. Or not shoot him. First he's going to attack him with his, yeah. How much power does he have? Not enough to do his big attack, so he's just going to do his claws.
Yeah, which is dangerous enough. And the Thanos is standing right next to him, so he can boost it to an 8 dice attack.
Yep, didn't do it.
Certainly
Got
horrifying.
3 hits and a crit, and the crit rolls into another hit, so it's 4 hits against 1 save. And yeah, so he's got 1 hit point left. Hood's still got an activation to go. Does he use another normal attack? Does he do a spender? A spender, I think, is 6, maybe? Maybe it's too much.
Thing of note is that he cannot heal Thanos when he is demonic.
Yeah.
He can turn back into non-demonic if he dazes Strange.
Yep, which is very likely right now. And then he'd be able to heal Thanos and then...
Yeah. Man, Hood is strong in Black Order.
I know. 3 hits, 4 hits altogether after the crits were rolled.
Yeah, that looks like the 8 dice attack from Thanos' Death Decree, and yeah.
Yeah, 1 save. And so that's not going to do it.
Strange going down.
Take a nap.
Maybe reroll everything?
Maybe.
Or did he?
Might as well. No, he hadn't done it yet, so might as well try it. You never know. No, it was even worse.
No.
Okay. He's dazed. He gets the power. He wakes up, turns back into normal Hood.
Yep.
There's the stick.
Conveniently placing himself onto the point, unless Proxima's already there.
I'm not sure.
Healing Thanos for 3. Interestingly, Crow Costa will have Prio next round though. Don't know how much it will matter. Probably not a lot, but
let's see if the heal goes through.
Had this happened earlier in the game, then the priority swing, that is, then maybe there could have been there was a discussion to be had, but Jacob hasn't made mistakes. He's consumed the characters that were presented to him, and then he has when Crowcosta has managed to get a chance to try and come back, the spikes just haven't been there.
I think he used Medpack on himself, Hood. Because Medpack's now...
Medpack was already... He cannot
used it already?
heal him.
Yeah.
He can't heal himself with his black arts.
No. The Medpack, though. He's Medpack.
Yeah, but that one was already used before, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay, I didn't notice because I saw it red now. Okay. So Crocasta is going. I mean, now is the time to get Moon Knight to take down Thanos, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, he's on only 3 hit points left. Come on.
That would be my choice as well.
No, he didn't heal Thanos. I don't know why, Charles. You think the whole point of all this would be to revert and heal. Weird. Jacob is 4, so Xavier is 4 points away from winning this game. He's got 2 viruses. I don't know if he makes it this turn because he'll probably end up just trying to daze people. Of course, then by not dazing, knocking him out. By knocking him out, he'll get more VPs.
I would say it depends on Crocosta's first activation here. If he can get lucky and like daze 2 characters, then he could make this game go another round.
Yep.
I think that it's not theoretically impossible for him, but man, the odds are not in his favor.
No. All right, yeah, as we predicted, Moon Knight is going to go after Thanos. So this will be interesting at least. Let's see some big rolls. 6 crits. So have you seen that? Have you ever seen all crit roll in your MCP career?
I think so. I think I've seen a 4 dice attack rolling all crits.
Nice.
There's a ton of experience telling me that 4 dice attacks are better than, for instance, 6 dice attacks.
Yes,
They
agreed.
always roll more.
They do. I don't know what it is. I prefer rolling less
Probably
a little.
some sort of bias because of you never expect a lot of damage out of a 4 dice attack. So whenever you get it, you instantly add it to your memory bank.
Hey, look! Moon Knight rolled a hit, so I think that's an extra 2 dice as well. So this should be 8 dice going into Thanos.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
He's going into Proxima though. Why? What's going on?
Proxima.
Okay. I don't. I don't know. Crocasta told me that he's new, so it will. We'll obviously have to take that into account. And
Yeah, and
yeah.
I mean,
Wow! Look at that hit though. Finally, 3, 7 plus 2 crits. There we go. 6, 8 hits. 8 hits and no saves. Oh man! If that was only Thanos. How funny is that? What's this movement? Oh, does he move people before damaging them? And he's gonna go.
he used Spender to push. Ooh, that was a clever move. He used the Spender, avatar of Khonshu or something.
Yeah.
I think. Where he gets to push the opponent and then place within 1. So then he cleverly placed within 1
Of the virus.
The virus, yeah.
Yeah. So he's attacking Thanos with his second action.
Yeah.
Hasn't rolled the dice yet. Here they go. And but
That's not gonna do
it. No, Thanos doesn't die. Thanos is
but
gonna.
he triggered his second attack, I think. So
Okay. All right. So let's see. Another 6 hits.
might still get it.
Nope.
Ah, no.
1 hit goes through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna cut it.
Nope. Picks up the virus. And I think that's his activation. Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah.
So who do you go after here? Probably Strange being incinerated.
Thanos is technically in a great situation to start pounding Strange and throwing him into Voodoo. But I would suppose just going Corvus Proxima here, try to take out both Strange and Voodoo, possibly.
He can't do Proxima, right? Because she's dazed. But still, Corvus could do some work.
Yeah, that's true.
He might be with. He's probably
Corvus
with him.
taking out Strange since he's incinerated.
Yeah. Yeah.
would probably be, yeah.
Sure
And
enough.
that is what we're going to see.
Yeah. And
He had the power for Glaive's Edge, I presume,
yeah, and Thanos
or even Death Blow.
helping him. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
4 hits, 5 hits rather.
A
6
bad roll
hits.
at all. That's yeah. That is actually oof. Oh my God, 7 hits. So he's gonna one shot Strange unless he rolls big on his reroll here.
3, 6, 7 hits. 2 saves, better.
Not bad.
5 go through.
Unfortunately,
Doesn't quite one shot him, but still. And he gets
trigger the flurry
the
if that was
flurry.
a death blow.
Yeah,
Yep.
get a flurry. Oh gosh.
He might take down Voodoo as well.
Yeah, sure. Because Thanos got
He's
loads of
lucky.
power to help him out. That's another thing about
Depends on
Thanos.
how much. Yeah, he can. Okay, maybe not because he's only going to generate 1 power off of the flurry attack. And Strange only has 1.
Yeah, sure. Here comes the attack. 1 save, 3 hits. So.
And that's a Pierce.
Yeah, even a Pierce. So that's strange. Oh, he's going to reroll. Still 1 Pierce, 3 hits. Pierce is 1. So that means he still is gone.
Yeah.
Knocked out. That's another BP.
And that's, yep.
And now Corvus does a second action into Voodoo. Yeah. These games are no fun at this point, you know? It's just a kind of going through the motions.
You might just move him.
Oh, maybe he's going to go for the points and win. So he would score 13, 14, 15 for the viruses and 16 for that black back point.
Yep.
Oh, so that's it, 16. There you go. So he just has to finish off some of the attacks here.
So that's 3.
Yeah, not the biggest hit.
No.
But still, 3 damage. It brings him down half.
Yeah. Thanks to the Pierce, he nullifies Voodoo's block there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's Corvus done. Yeah, well, Voodoo is left. Well, it's left. He could pass, I suppose. I'd like to see a more challenging Blackwater game. It'd be really interesting to see somebody put the Blackwater player on their back feet.
Oh, I think there are quite a few of those. I mean, the game we streamed last week with the Rookie Boy and Sasha was very tense, even though the score did not reflect that. But I mean, there was still tons of activations that could have gone either way and made a huge impact. So the Black Order has bad matchups, and there are ways to play into them. But if you if you don't know what to do, and you don't tailor your team to play against them, then you're in for a hard time.
Yeah, Omnis was saying how last week's game could have been really good. That is the Guardians of the Galaxy against Blackwater, but the dice were just definitely against the Galaxy player, the Guardians player.
Absolutely agree. And there were there were decisions along the way that had a lot of impact. I think. I mean, it's easy to just talk about dice, but there are always these micromanagement decisions in this game, and it's a lot comes down to getting the most out of those, getting an extra power here and there, finding the optimal solution for achieving a goal in the least number of activations
Mm-hmm.
or actions possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole like backbone of MCP, I think. How you micromanage your actions and how you pivot your game plan to tackle the situation at hand, not the situation that you envisioned prior to the game.
Sure. So that's Thanos getting dazed by voodoo. I must think that Xavier's kind of let his foot off the gas here, um, because he could have closed this game out already had he healed him before. I'm not sure. We should ask him that. I don't know if it matters. But he should
Yeah,
have
I've
healed him.
already
Yeah, do make note.
made a note.
He should have healed him. I really don't know why that didn't happen. Skip disarm. Yeah. I mean, really, he must be just trying to help this guy see what he could do. You know, as a learning experience, which is really nice. Jacob's kind of like that.
He's certainly a nice guy.
We had a good tournament last weekend here in London. 24 players
Ooh,
in London. Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah. It was great. So fun. Really, lots of new people. Everybody really having a good time. Convinced a bunch of people who've played only 1 or 2 games before to come for the entire day, and they all had a great time.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was really fantastic.
Yeah, you're right, Ominous. Nice guys don't play BO.
Jonah, I don't know. I'm trying to negotiate a date for April because I can't get up to the Spring into Marvel event, unfortunately, which is a real bummer. Something came up unexpectedly, and so I can't make that 2-day weekend event, which I really had wanted to go to because it should be really nice. I am going to Adepticon. That is something I still can do, which is wonderful. Going to be seeing Charles there. Yeah, Jonah, I
Very
can't.
nice.
Yeah, I'm going to be seeing Charles. He was managed to make arrangements to go to Adepticon as well. So we'll be playing some MCP, having some dinner.
Oh man, cons. The con
Cons.
experience. It's been so long.
I know. I know. Well, Battle at Lund. Where is it?
Yeah, that was a War Machine event.
Yeah, so what? Evolve it. Evolve it.
Yeah, we'll see. But there are plans for something
Okay.
in the autumn.
Mm. Maybe the Battle at Lund actually in Lund instead of Malmo. How many kilometers apart are those two cities?
25.
25.
So
Yeah.
10 minutes by train.
Wow. Yeah.
It's basically the same city.
Rorth,
Although we don't say that.
Rorth, I wouldn't mind playing it during the month where I kind of stuck at home for a bit, which is April. But I can't do this weekend. No. He's talking about the TTS tournament that's happening on the weekend. We did a few of those. Remember when we were deep in lockdown? We had 1-day events on the TTS.
Yeah, those were fun.
Yeah, really were.
Nothing like real tournaments, but certainly better than nothing. And it was certainly something we needed.
Yeah, it was really cool how
During
people
lockdown.
pulled together on it. We even had like a voice channel so people could hang out and chat in between games to try to give it as much of a real life experience as possible.
Now, this is entertainment value here. Corvus has just taken a damage by having his head smashed into a horse's ass.
Classic. Oh gosh, who's left to go? Hood. Yep, first team event. That's right. Thank you, Jonah, for enjoying the 1-day events. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it really hit the spot during the depths of the pandemic. Man, couldn't go anywhere at all. Yeah, and we figured out how to do we did 2 team tournaments. One with a more permissive set of rules, and then the second one with what we had always wanted to do, which is like the full Highlander type of rule set. And those both worked really well. That was tons of fun.
Yeah.
So Hood's still left to go. Yes, Hood. What? What are you going to do?
So he looks to be within 3 of Moon Knight there. He needs to, if he can KO one character and steal a virus, or just KO a character and not steal a virus, then he has enough points to win right here.
Well,
Uh,
how do you figure? He's got 13. He'll get one from the virus. One.
Yep, and he's going to get one from the
Oh, in the middle.
demon portal
Yeah, yeah.
because he's healthy, unlike
Yep.
Voodoo. So it's either do 3 damage to Voodoo or 5 damage to Moon Knight. And Moon Knight is blindly obsessed into Thanos, so we will only be rolling 1 defense die against Hood's rapid fire attacks.
Let's see. So he's taking 3 hit points out of 5. He may do it.
Yep, he may do it. He has more of those. It seems like he actually did the spender, and that's why he's measuring 3 to Voodoo, doing 1 automatic damage to him through the wild trigger on that spender.
Yeah, it's a fun spender.
And then he's doing it again. It seems.
And he's rolling like a boss. That's 4
Yeah.
hits. 4 hits. That
Looks
takes.
like he managed to take Moon Knight down.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
Trouble is that he's not going to get that legacy virus because it's too far away.
it doesn't matter.
So he's actually not going to get enough points to win.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he is, because he gets 1 point from KOing.
Yeah. So he'll have 13. 1 for KO is 14. 1 for the middle, 15, and 1 virus for 16, and that'll be game.
Yes.
So let's
GG.
GG. GG. Well, GG for Black Order. Let's see if they finally wrap this up, and that we can go hop in the room and ask a few questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what questions do people have? Anybody have questions in the chat that they'd like us to ask? There he goes. Moon Knight off the table. Points. 14 points. Count it up, fellas. 15, 16. Maybe they're just talking about the game at this point. Are they going to actually knock it over or not? All right. I think they're in table 2, Huggy.
Yep.
Oh, there it goes, finally. All right. So I shall join you over in table 2.
See you there.
All right. See you there. Hello.
Actually, my round 3.
Hello.
But not the full one.
Hi everyone. It's Norbert and Huggy here.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Good to have you stream your game. Thank you both. If you don't mind, we'll ask you a few questions.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Fantastic. So, Krokasta, tough matchup for you. How did you have a feeling that you'd be playing against Black Order or Criminal Syndicate with this match?
With this specific setup, I was thinking Black Order, but I was thinking Cat instead of Hood.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time waffling between those two options. Yeah, I can see a strong reason to play Cat on this setup.
Yeah, basically, my biggest decision was the 5th card. I wasn't sure if I should bring Bats, marked for death, in case you bring the Cat, or maybe Indomitable to stop some pulling into incinerate areas with Thanos.
Yeah. It sounds like you may have played against Black Order a couple of times. Is that right? Have you had much experience with them?
Actually, this is my second match. I played round 3 versus Black Order, and that's it.
Wow. Okay. What was your basic strategy going into the match? Like, what were you looking to try to do?
Well, basically with priority, I was hoping to catch an early lead
Hmm.
and keep at least the 2 cures, but unfortunately, Blade got dazed way too early.
Hmm.
Uh, Basically, the plan was take an early lead, run back, make him come to me and shoot him from the distance.
Hmm.
But that didn't pan out as planned, so I need to switch gears and take the fight to him.
Hmm.
Try to pump up Iron Fist as fast as possible, have him protect Voodoo, and but he died also way too quickly. Maybe I played him too aggressively. Should have hung back a bit.
Hmm.
Maybe not attack with Strange, but double move him so he can protect Blade and heal him if needed. But
Yeah.
yeah, basically that's the general thought.
Okay. Yeah, it's very tough. This scenario is also not particularly the two combination of the scenarios isn't particularly good for you either. It focuses on the middle, and that's what the Black Order wants to try to do a roll in the middle. So it wasn't going in your favor, and your dice were also not terribly helpful either. Or the few times that they did spike, Jacobs also spiked, and so it was really kind of bad news all around.
Yeah, my dice were quite average, but his time was defense was rolling like crazy.
Yeah,
2 to 3
it's,
defenses every
yeah.
time, and there was no way to take him down early, which was inevitably the death of me.
Mm. Although we saw that very nice, interesting play that you did where you used the spender of Moon Knight onto Proxima and got him
Yeah,
to move over towards the virus and then still be able to attack Thanos with his big 6 dice hits. So that was an interesting move. You should feel good about that.
yeah, I was thinking a little bit who should I go first with? Either Moon Knight and do that play, or Strange and then just do Crimson Bands and try to take a activation from either Thanos or Corvus.
Hmm.
I was thinking about that. In the end, I'm not sure which one was the correct play, since Strange never got back to his turn.
Yeah, very
I
hard.
don't know how you feel about that. Should I? Do you think I should have gone with Strange first?
Tough one. I think, yeah, I think probably that is the case, and probably activating Corvus because he's such a blender. So if you can get the Crimson Bands on Corvus, then I think your models survive a lot better. Proxima's decent, Hood's decent. They've got fine attacks. Thanos has got Thor's problem, which is sometimes
Yeah.
you get fat Thor, and sometimes you get God of Thunder Thor, and just depends on what dice roll.
That is so true. Your Thanos today couldn't hit the side of a barn
But
this game.
I would happily take it that way round for the defensive dice he got. I would rather have
Yeah, yeah,
shocking attack dice and amazing defensive dice than the other way around.
yeah. Your beater today though was Hood. He was like
Hood's really good, man. Don't sleep on him.
no.
And the healing he did, he healed a load as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's doing fantastic work for you. Let us move on here. So Charles from Omnis Protocol, he was very curious about this new kind of interesting combination of characters that you put together for your team. Like, how did you come upon this interesting combination of Black Order, Proxima, Thanos, and with some gems and Corvus? It's really interesting.
Thanks, Charles. Well, I was listening to Omnis Protocol, and they told me how good it was, and I thought, no, nobody's going to think that's any good. So I thought I'd give it a whirl, and actually, it's pretty decent. It's won a couple of games.
All right, joking aside, we actually were interested in the fact that you took the power gem with you, whereas most people don't. But Huggy did manage to say, he did point out that it's almost as good as the space gem because with 2 power you get to move people around with portals anyway.
For sure. What you lose is you lose mobility on Thanos. So there are certain setups, and particularly round 1, Thanos can't move himself and get to where he wants to be. So there's a relatively big opportunity cost on that. But what I've found is there are some equally good turn one plays you can do. I mean, you saw what happened here. Blade got Cosmic Portaled, and I still had enough power to, even whiffing my attack into him with Thanos, he still had enough power to Death's Decree Corvus, which meant Corvus got a good first attack and set the Corvus train roll. I think actually the first attack Corvus didn't do very well at all, but that's the plan. The plan is you give Corvus a 7-dice strike with Pierce and Skull crits, and then he generates hopefully at least 3 power, and then he uses that 3 power to glaive edge another strike, and that's probably a dazed character at the end of those 12 dice, and some of them with skull crits and counting blanks on the second lot of 5. So he's got better early game power if you want to go aggressive. Another thing I quite like is the option for Thanos to double move, mothershipping Corvus, and still have the power to Death Decree him.
Yeah.
So it's a trade off. What I found though is late game it gives you better flexibility because when Thanos wants to go last, once you've killed enough of their stuff and you're now got last activation with Thanos, Space Gem can't move the opponents, whereas 2 Cosmic Portals can.
Gotcha. Huggy, you had some questions, I think.
Indeed. Your first turn play was obviously going for Blade, and one can easily see the power of removing the leadership early. But you also had an equal opportunity of fishing out Iron Fist round 1. And one might argue that Iron Fist is actually a more dangerous character to Black Order than Blade. So I was just curious how your reasoning behind that decision was.
It was. You're right. It's a genuine choice, and I had kind of the option to fishing line either of them in. I respect Iron Fist hugely, but because Iron Fist was sent wide to go and deal with that, I knew that he was not getting he wasn't going to get an opportunity to do an Iron Fist attack until at least round 3. Because round 2, the best thing he could do was move and flying kick, and that gets him 1 power, and then he'll be sitting on like 5. And so if I choose not to attack him, or even round 3, if I'm not attacking Iron Fist, then he's only going to be on 7 because he's picked up a wait, no, I haven't worked that out. I think he might get to 8 on round 3, but still, he was not the immediate problem. Whereas Blade is a really good character, but I was able to put in 5 attacks into him on round 1, whereas I wasn't sure if I would get Iron Fist into easy range of Corvus and easy range of Hood. I think maybe I would have had to have mothershipped Corvus in order to get Iron Fist, and then so it saved me a tactics card as well. Just being central when my characters were positioned central meant that Blade was easier to position to the point where I could attack him a lot. So I did strongly consider Iron Fist, but I decided that Blade and removing that leadership is really good.
Yeah. I mean,
on positioning, I was thinking about putting Iron Fist central, grabbing the center one, and then bumping one back. But I wasn't sure if it would be enough to stop the onslaught on him, and I was afraid of him dying first early. Uh, Normally, I like to conserve him for first rounds, make him bump some power so he can easily do the Iron Fist potentially twice in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know,
he's
maybe
great against Black Order with Heroes for Hire and with Iron Fist, with the Iron Fist. Yeah, he's really, really good.
Yeah, and with his ability to activate somebody, it's really important against you when you have so few characters to activate.
You got it. We said we recently did a Danger Room podcast about playing against Black Order, and we said if Thanos gets activated by like an Iron Fist or a Strange, that's often a game lost right there.
Interesting.
So it is very strong.
And the reason for that is that okay, obviously Thanos can't do his Thanos things, but is that then allow the other player to kind of focus on killing or dazing Corvus?
Yeah, you got it. So you haven't got the ability to take the actions away by using Thanos' control effects to spread the field and make sure that there's not that weight of attacks going into Corvus or potentially into Thanos. I mean, you've kind of got 2 options against Black Order, haven't you? You can try and go for that. I'm going to daze Thanos and take away some of his control, or I'm going to try and KO Corvus. But the trouble with trying to KO Corvus is I'm likely to have priority still because husband and wife and low model count. And then Death's Decree gives him 4 dice when he's on his daze side.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Basically, the chain of all important activations gets its strongest link removed from it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a good strategy.
I think, Huggy, you had one more question.
Yeah, we were just curious. By the end of round 4, when Hood transformed back into his normal form and had a ton of power, you elected not to heal Thanos at that point. Was that a slip up, or was it a conscious choice?
No, it was a mistake. It's I've had a long work day and it's getting late, and without wanting to be disrespectful, the game was pretty much won. So I think my concentration just slipped a bit.
Oh,
The other
okay.
mistake I made is I should have disarmed Voodoo. That's
Mm-hmm.
the other thing I failed to do and
Yeah.
should have done. But I was like, oh, okay. Well, thankfully, it hasn't affected the outcome.
Yeah.
Well, the next round you put out 2 spenders with him, which you wouldn't have been able to do if you had used the heal. So maybe there was something there. But
I mean, power's always useful to have on a character.
Mhm. Okay, so Jacob, congratulations on the win. You maintain your win streak. You are undefeated, so that means you have at least one free token, so to speak, on your way to the cuts. You have 2 games ahead of you, so we wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you.
And Krokasta, what's the scene like in Croatia for War Machine? Not War Machine, of MCP.
Actually, I haven't played in real life. No, I played once when I was visiting my friend in Luxembourg a couple of weeks back. But basically, I started out just on TTS.
Yep.
In real life, I started playing Legion, which I kind of prefer in real life, but on TTS, I like MCP much better because the faster is the setup. Basically, you get the game going in 5 minutes, and Legion takes like an hour or something. So
yeah.
I like the skirmish style for the tabletop gameplay.
All right. Well, if anybody's in Croatia looking for a player, it seems like Krokasta could use some opponents in real life. So hopefully you find those. But in the meantime, I hope you have a fun time with the rest of the league.
Yeah, you as well.
Cool. Thank you both for letting us stream, and thank you to Huggy for being a wonderful co-host again. And lastly, thank you so much, everybody in the chat, for participating and helping us have a good time here tonight. We always enjoy having you. So thanks again for everything, and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Not from there. Finally, there, Jacob. He's like holding out. No good night for you. All right, off we go.